Think again, pot 38. It is a daunting task. There is an old saying that historians can't even predict the past. A typical tournament draws thousands of entrants from around the world to anticipate big political, economic, and technological events. The questions are time bound with measurable specific results. Will the current president of Iran still be in office in 6 months? Which soccer team will win the next World Cup in the following year? Will an individual or a company face criminal charges for an accident involving self-driving vehicle? Participants don't just answer yes or no, they have to give their odds. It's a systematic way of testing whether they know what they don't know. They get scored months later on accuracy and calibration, earning points not just for giving the right answer, but also for having the right level of conviction. The best forecasters have confidence in their predictions that come true and doubt in their predictions that prove false. On November 18, 2015, Gian Pierre registered a prediction that stunned his opponents. A day earlier, a new question had popped up in an open forecasting tournament in July 2016. Who would win the US Republican presidential primary? The options were Jeb Bush, Ben Carson, Ted Cruz, Carly Fiorina, Marco Rubio, Donald Trump, and none of the above. These were the options. With 8 months to go before the Republican National Convention, Trump was largely seen as a joke. His odds of becoming the Republican nominee were only 6%, according to the Nat Silver, the celebrated statistician behind the website 538. When Jean Pierre peered into his crystal ball, though he decided Trump had a 68% chance of winning, and that was amazing. No one ever had predicted such a thing. Jean Pierre didn't just excel in predicting the results of American events, his Brexit forecast, hovered in the 50% range when most of his competitors thought the referendum had little chance of passing. He successfully predicted that the incumbent would lose presidential election in Senegal. Even though the best rates of re-election were extremely high and other forecasters were expecting a decisive win, and he had in fact pegged Trump as the favorite long before pundits and pollsters even considered him a viable contender. It's striking, Jean Pierre wrote early on back in 2015, that so many forecasters are still in denial about his chances. Based on his performance, Jean Pierre might be the world's best election forecaster. His advantage: he thinks like a scientist, he is passionately dispassionate. At various points in his life, Jean Pierre has changed his political ideologies and religious beliefs. He doesn't come from a polling or statistical background or statistics background. He's a military historian, which means he has no stakes in the way things have always been done in forecasting.